Emily was an 8-year-old girl with a smile that could light up the darkest room. She lived in a quiet suburb with her single mom, Lisa, who worked tirelessly to make ends meet. But life had thrown them a curveball. Emily had been diagnosed with leukemia a year ago, and their world turned upside down. Hospital visits, chemotherapy sessions, and mounting medical bills became their new reality. Despite everything, Emily remained brave and positive. Her strength amazed everyone who met her. She didn't complain about the treatments, even when they made her feel weak and tired. But one day, she overheard her mom crying late at night. Lisa had been on the phone with the hospital, negotiating payment plans and pleading for more time. Emily didn't understand all the details, but she knew one thing: her mom was struggling, and she wanted to help. That night, Emily came up with an idea. The next morning, she told Lisa, "Mommy, I want to sell lemonade. Everybody loves lemonade, and maybe we can make some money to help you." Lisa smiled through her tears. She didn't want Emily to feel the weight of their problems, but she also didn't want to crush her spirit. "Okay, sweetheart," Lisa said. "We can try it this weekend." Lisa helped Emily set up a small stand in their front yard. They made a big batch of lemonade, painted a bright yellow sign that read "Lemonade for Chemo," and set up a jar for donations. Emily stood proudly behind the table, her bald head covered with a colorful scarf, waving at every car that passed by. At first, only a few neighbors stopped. They bought cups of lemonade and dropped a few dollars in the jar. Some stayed to chat with Emily, touched by her courage and charm. One woman, who had survived cancer herself, handed Emily a $100 bill and said, "You're going to beat this, sweetheart. I just know it." Word started to spread. Lisa posted a picture of Emily's lemonade stand on Facebook, sharing their story and inviting people to stop by. The post quickly gained traction. Friends shared it with their friends, and soon, people from across town were showing up to buy lemonade and support Emily. Local news stations picked up the story, running heartwarming segments about the little girl who was selling lemonade to pay for her cancer treatments. One day, as Emily was handing a cup of lemonade to a customer, Lisa's phone buzzed. She glanced at the screen and froze. Someone had tagged her in an Instagram post, a video from none other than Snoop Dogg. The rapper had seen Emily's story online and was deeply moved. In the video, he said, "Yo, this little girl out here selling lemonade for her chemo? That's some real strength right there. I'm pulling up to show her some love. Stay tuned." Lisa couldn't believe it. Emily didn't know who Snoop Dogg was, but she could tell something exciting was happening. "Is he a superhero?" she asked. Lisa laughed. "Kind of," she said. "You'll see." The next morning, Emily and Lisa were at the lemonade stand as usual when a line of black SUVs pulled up. Out stepped Snoop Dogg, dressed in his signature laid-back style, with his crew following behind him. The neighborhood erupted in excitement. People grabbed their phones, snapping pictures and recording videos. Snoop walked up to Emily, who looked up at him in awe. "Hi," she said shyly. "Do you want some lemonade?" Snoop smiled and knelt down to her level. "Of course I do," he said, pulling out a crisp $100 bill and placing it in the jar. "But I'm not just here for lemonade, little lady. I'm here to make sure you get all the help you need." Snoop had come prepared. He handed Lisa a $10,000 check to help cover Emily's medical expenses. But that wasn't all. He announced that he was throwing a charity block party in Emily's honor, with all proceeds going toward her treatment. "We're gonna do this big," he said. "You ready for a party, Emily?" The block party was unlike anything the neighborhood had ever seen. Food trucks lined the streets, live music filled the air, and celebrities started showing up. Kevin Hart cracked jokes on a makeshift stage, Zendaya posed for pictures with fans, and Billie Eilish performed a surprise set. People from all over the city came to support Emily, buying lemonade, donating money, and sharing her story on social media. By the end of the night, the event had raised over $250,000. Snoop announced that he was personally covering any remaining medical bills and that a portion of the donations would go to other children battling cancer. Emily was overwhelmed. She couldn't stop smiling as she watched the crowd dancing, laughing, and celebrating life. "This is all for you, little boss," Snoop told her. "You're an inspiration to all of us." The story didn't end there. Footage of the block party went viral, reaching millions of people around the world. Donations continued to pour in, and Emily's lemonade stand became a symbol of hope and resilience. With the funds raised, Lisa was able to focus on Emily's care without the constant stress of financial worries. Months later, Emily's treatments were successful, and she went into remission. To celebrate, she reopened her lemonade stand, not to raise money for herself, but to help other kids fighting cancer. People came from miles away to buy lemonade and hear her story. Emily's journey inspired countless others to spread kindness and support those in need. As for Snoop Dogg, he remained a friend to Emily and Lisa, checking in on them and even inviting them to events to share their story. In the end, Emily's small act of selling lemonade turned into a movement that touched hearts around the world. And it all started with a little girl who just wanted to make her mom smile.